Hi kawan, welcome to EDCReady. Today I am doing an August update of my entire watch collection. I have here in my watch pouch 1, 2, 3, 4 watches that I want to talk to you guys about. Before that, a little quick shout out to the watches that are on my wrist. I have this guy right here. This is just a fitness band that my dad gives me. I wear this when I go running or when I'm doing any kind of workout activity. It just helps me track my steps and my calorie burned and the amount of distance I've been running. So yeah, I just wear this when I go out running. And on the other side is I have this Quartz watch by Ice. It kind of does have like Rolexy appeals with the Mercedes hands, but keep in mind this is a Quartz watch. It is now dead because I have not changed the batteries in like forever. The loom is actually quite bad on this guy. You'll be lucky to get like half an hour or more of loom on the indices, and the hands hold on for a little bit longer, but the loom is normally dead in an hour, so like it's very difficult to see this after a few hours in the dark. You do have a one directional rotating bezel, which is nice, and the bezel play is pretty good. Sorry, there is a lack of bezel play, which is pretty good. And once this clicks in, it is a 60 click bezel. There's almost no bezel play, just a little bit of a wiggle, so that's very nice. It has this all black appeal, black face, black bezel, black case, black rubber strap and all that. So if you kind of like that feeling, you can go for this guy. A little bit too big. This is coming in at 44 millimeters and the height is about 13 or 14 millimeters, something like that. Overall, I got this watch for free because I was interning at this company and they asked me to MC the corporate event, but they couldn't pay me, so they gave me a watch. This guy was about 100 USD, I think 80 or 90 USD. At that time about 400 ringgit, which is the time that I got this guy. So yeah, I wore this guy for a really long time, and this was my everyday carry watch. Wore this guy to work, to events, pretty much anything. And then I discovered the world of watches. So now let's get into my full active collection right now. Opening this guy up. This is a Zelos case, by the way, a nice little faux leather case. I don't think this is full leather or real leather, but it does still feel nice, and it's a great way that I keep my watches when I both travel, although I haven't traveled in like 15 months because of Miss Rona. But it's a great way of storing your watches. So since this is a Zelos pouch, let's start with my Zelos watch. I have two I have two mechanical watches that I wear on an everyday basis. The first is this is the Zelos Swordfish 40 millimeters with the blue Meteorite dial and the silver bezel insert. Very nice watch. It is relatively heavy. It's the heaviest watch in my collection, like regardless of what watch of any of these watches. This is going to be the heaviest guy. It has a stainless steel bracelet. It has a clasp with a lot of micro adjust holes. I believe it has 6 here. Nice articulating bracelet, really enjoy that. It has a 120 click unidirectional bezel and just fantastic loom. It has a Super Luminova in the green parts here, and then BGW9 around the chaptering on the inside. Now, the actual loom, I can't remember what it is. I think it's C3 or maybe C1, but I'm still waiting to film the review of this guy, as I'm still carrying it a little bit to make sure I completely understand this watch before I say anything about it. Sapphire flat crystal, I do enjoy that. I do not enjoy dome crystals because I feel like the edges tend to scratch out a little bit more for dome crystals. You have a screw down signed crown, which I really do enjoy. And you have this nice little fish insignia at the back of the watch here, which I really do enjoy. I do prefer a see-through or display case back, but this is done nicely. Overall, my initial impressions of this guy is that it's a nice like beater watch. It is, however, not the most comfortable watch I've ever owned. It is sharp in some weird places, like these on the insides of the bracelet here is a little bit sharp. Overall, kind of a blocky design. As you can see, it has very little upsweep. You have some upsweep here, which is polished, which is down there, this bezel, but the rest of the watch is really blocky and kind of heavy. Overall, I really do enjoy this. I do like the functionality of a dive bezel. I use this to time my laundry when I put my laundry into the machine. I know it's going to take half an hour or 40 minutes or whatever. I just set it and then forget it and pretty much go about my day. So that's the first watch, the Zelos Swordfish 40 millimeter. Now, one thing I do have to say is that when I got this guy, the warranty card, although it's a nice warranty card, it is a copper warranty card, it is dated wrong. I received mine, I think January of this year, something like that, because this guy was launched this year. However, The date of the card is March 2020, but I got this guy on in March of 2021. So the date here is very different. I did contact them. They did say send a photo, we'll send you a more up-to-date warranty card. I just haven't done it, but yeah, I was very surprised of that. It is copper, by the way, which I kind of don't really have anything copper. I don't quite like the smell of copper, and I don't quite like how it tarnishes, but yeah, just keep that in mind. Next up in my watch collection, I have my other everyday carry watch, my other mechanical everyday carry watch. This is the Seiko SRPE 51K1. I do have a full review of this guy up on my channel. Do check it out. Just fantastic. It does come with a bracelet. The bracelet's somewhere in its box. I did put a pair of leather straps on here. Okay, and this leather strap was actually on a different watch, which I will show you later. Just a great knife. The polishing on the case is very nice. You have polish here, brushed here, and then back down to polish down here. It does have a display case back, so you can see the movement, which I think is a joy of mechanical watches, which is that little heartbeat over there. Very nice. You have a flat crystal. It is their Heartlex crystal, which is their proprietary mineral crystal. If you see a little bit of a crack there, that is a screen protector that I've put on top. Well, the guy I bought this from, his name is Pronave and More. You can check him out on his YouTube channel. He has his name YouTube channel. He put a screen protector, and then that screen protector cracked. But overall, it just adds a little bit of a nice character to the watch. You have a few dings here. I don't know if you can see that. There is a little flat spot on the side of the bezel. That is my daughter dropping my watch onto the floor. So I call that the daughter ding right there. 100 meters water resistance, fantastic lume, just like with this guy, fantastic lume. You can see this watch extremely legible all day, all night. Day-date complication, very helpful to have a day-date complication. Just overall, really nice watch, and I really enjoy that. Next up, this watch is actually a birthday present from my wife. Okay, let me just take it out. This is by the way, this strap was on this guy. This guy had this strap when I bought it. This is an aftermarket strap, but it does have the bracelet. I just swapped it around. This guy is a Quartz watch. This is a I can't remember what the brand is. There we go, Milliot & Co. This is a wooden watch that my wife gave me for my birthday. So you have this. They're not even push pins. They are just pins that kind of go into the lugs here. And it is 20 millimeters, so I can swap it out with all these bracelets or straps if I want to. It's just a simple little quartz watch. You have some nice applied polish indices here. The one complication, or the one thing about this watch that kind of makes me not wear it so often, is that the hands are black. And since the hands are black, on this dark blue dial, you can't actually see it in a lot of situations. Like if it's dark outside or if it's at night, you're gonna have a tough time seeing the seconds, the minutes, and the hour hands. But it's a very light watch, especially with this strap. It becomes an extremely light watch, and once I switch from this guy to this guy and back and forth, this just feels like I'm wearing nothing on my wrist. This guy was actually given to me by Pronave and More when I bought the Seiko. It's an aftermarket leather strap. I forgot where he bought it, but you have this green you have this kind of OD green thing on top. I believe it's canvas, which I really like, and then leather at the bottom. In fact, this could be leather as well. But yeah, overall, it looks really good once you have this guy on here. It looks really good because the slight green tinge on the Lumi Bright Lume actually matches really well with this. However, there are times when I'm extra sweaty or it's an extremely extra hot day, it does get a little bit itchy on the hands, which is why I swapped it out with this guy. But this watch I actually rotate quite a lot. Every month or so I change up the straps just to get a different feel for that watch. Next up, I have this guy. This is the earliest watch I own. It's also the oldest watch I own. This is a gas dress watch. Okay, it is from America, from the year 1989. So yeah, in the late 80s, my father went to America to continue his studies, and then when he was there, he bought a watch, and he bought a gas watch, a dress gas watch, and he's been having it. He's had it ever since, and then he passed it down to me when I was in my mid to late teens. So I mean, no, the strap is not original. This is an aftermarket strap because the original one, while being leather, it kind of broke over time. So now I just have this watch, and this is the watch that I wear when I want to do something a little bit fancy. When it's a fancy restaurant or a fancy date with the wife, I bust this guy out and then I just put it in. This is also my wife's favorite watch that I own because it just looks nice. It actually has a nice expensive appeal, despite it being actually a very standard quartz watch. It does have a dome crystal. I believe this is a mineral crystal because it does have some scratches on it, and it is the only dome crystal I have. This is very much so a pretty watch, a dress watch, and a sentimental watch that I own. Not my everyday watch though. My everyday watch are these two mechanical watches at the bottom there. And the reason why I only have two mechanical watches is that I don't think I can manage anything more than two mechanical watches, because even with these two guys in the collection, I would tend to need to adjust the time almost every time I am switching up these watches as I rotate them day to day. Okay guys, that is my entire watch collection. I'm forgetting one guy. Where are you? There. Yeah, there we go. That's my entire watch collection. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am a watch noob at the end of the day, so don't expect any Rolexes or Omegas in my watch collection. But these four watches, especially these two, satisfy me on a day-to-day basis. This guy satisfies me for dress basis, and then this guy is just a nice fun watch to put on when the occasion arises for it, because it's extremely light. Okay guys, thanks so much and stay ready.